Hello everybody, my name's Josh. I was a computer science examiner, head of computer science, and now I run a tutoring business where I've helped thousands of students to get better grades in computer science related courses. Now, this series of lessons is all to do with trying to give you as little as possible to remember while still being able to get those top grades. In A-level computer science, there's so much to remember. What I thought I would do is just with these series of lessons, is to go through some of the mistakes which I see come up quite a lot. And I'm going to go through each of the different data structures. So I'm going to start off with queues, and then the next lesson will be on stacks, and we'll go through them all based on your specification. So mistakes that I quite often see is just an unfamiliarity with when an operation happens, what's going to be happening to the size of the list, the pointers in the list, the rear and the front, and whether it actually returns anything. So isEmpty will return either true or false. And in this case, it is empty, so it's going to return true. Enqueue, Y and M, that's how you add an item to our array. We're using an array to create this queue, so it's going to put the Y and the M in their respective positions. A thing that you want to add on your flashcard if you're using flashcards on this, which I'd strongly recommend because you can take them just to your exam just before that you go in there. You can have a quick look at them just to remind yourself. Then what you can do is you can go to the place, you can quickly scan through the paper, find out the data structures question because you will get a data structures question. And then let's say it's on queues, then it will be fresh in your head, and then you don't have to remember all of the information and then answer it and then forget it. You don't have to remember it anymore. That's a nice little top tip on that one if you're really, really struggling with these. So essentially, just focus on the things that you've got to know. Enqueue, it changes the size, obviously, so that's going to change it to 2 because we've added 2 things. Rear is going to change to 1 because it starts at 0 and then goes to 1. So M's the back of the queue. And the front is going to be Y. So that's going to be position 0. Doesn't return anything. Add T, same thing. So same operations happen. Size changes, rear changes, front does not change. Now, this one here is when we dequeue things, and especially when we're using an array is a static data structure. So Y is going to stay in there. So that's what I'd be saying. Y stays in. Okay, just put that on your flashcard because that's going to be so useful for you. The other thing as well is that the things that happen when dequeue happens is size changes. That's going to deduct by 1. Rear is going to be 2, so that stays the same. And then front changes because we're taking something from the front of the queue and now it is no longer part of it. And then it also returns that value as well. So the things I'd be saying is dequeue, size is going to change. The contents of the array, if it is an array that we're using, that's not going to change. The rear is going to stay the same. The front's going to change, and it returns whatever is at the front of the queue because it's a FIFO data structure, first in, first out. Is full just is going to return whether it's true or false. So in this case, it's false. And then what we've got here is we're going to add 2 other items. So as you can see, that our array is now full. We adjust the respective size because now we've got 4. It's not 5 because Y has exited the queue. And then the rear is going to be position 4. Front is still 1. Size, just return. So all that's going to do is not going to affect anything else. It's just asking how many elements are in this queue. We've got 4. We're not including Y. Dequeue, we're going to remove M because that's the next item that was added if we go all the way back to here. The size is going to change to 3. The rear is going to stay as 4. The front is going to change to 2. And then finally, is queue full because it's an array and we can't be editing it because it's a static data structure. That's actually going to return true because as you can see, all of the positions are filled even though we've dequeued a couple of things.